Alyssa Thomas represents one of the purest definitions of basketball greatness, a relentless competitor whose game has evolved into a complete masterpiece of versatility, resilience, and quiet dominance. Her story is not just about what she has achieved on the court, but also about the way she has achieved it, through perseverance, adaptability, and an undying will to compete, no matter the obstacles placed before her. To speak about Alyssa Thomas is to speak about grit personified, about an athlete who has spent her career proving that greatness doesn't always come with flash, but sometimes with a steady, unshakable force that leaves a mark far deeper than highlights ever could. Growing up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Alyssa's journey into basketball began like many others, in the gyms and community courts where kids dream about one day playing on the biggest stage. But even in those early days, it was evident that she had a hunger that went beyond the ordinary. She wasn't content with just being good. She wanted to be great. That determination carried her to the University of Maryland, where she quickly established herself as a star. Her college career was nothing short of phenomenal. She became a three-time ACC Player of the Year, the kind of achievement reserved for only the most elite. At Maryland, she was the engine that powered her team, capable of scoring, rebounding, and distributing the ball at a level that made her indispensable. Opponents prepared for her, but stopping her was another matter entirely. She carried herself with the composure of a seasoned professional, long before she ever stepped into the WNBA. What stood out during her time at Maryland wasn't just the numbers, though her statistics were remarkable. It was the completeness of her game. Alyssa Thomas was never just a scorer or just a rebounder. She was everything all at once. That kind of all-around brilliance became her signature, a style of play that would eventually define her professional career. Coaches love players who can impact the game in multiple ways, and Alyssa's ability to do it all made her one of the most valuable prospects in her draft class. When the Connecticut Sun selected her, they weren't just getting a talented forward. They were getting a foundation on which they could build a franchise. The WNBA, however, is never an easy transition. The league is filled with the best players in the world, and competition is fierce. But Alyssa Thomas was built for that challenge. From the moment she put on a Sun jersey, she played with the same tenacity and drive that had made her a force in college. She quickly earned a reputation as one of the most dependable and versatile players in the league. She wasn't the type to rely on flash or theatrics. Instead, she embodied hard work, toughness, and an ability to excel in all aspects of the game. Her teammates knew they could rely on her. Her coaches trusted her in critical moments. And her opponents learned to respect her, even when she outworked them on both ends of the floor. One of the most remarkable aspects of Alyssa Thomas's journey has been her resilience in the face of physical challenges. She has played much of her career battling shoulder injuries that would have sidelined or diminished many other athletes. But rather than letting those injuries define her, she adapted. She adjusted her shooting form, leaned more heavily into her passing, rebounding, and defense, and refused to let pain dictate her legacy. That kind of perseverance speaks volumes about her mindset. To play through discomfort is one thing. To thrive and still elevate your game to historic levels while dealing with physical limitations is something entirely different. It's rare, it's inspiring, and it's part of what makes Alyssa Thomas so unforgettable. Her ability to adapt is also reflected in her evolution as a player. In recent years, she has redefined what it means to be a forward in the WNBA. Her triple-doubles have not only set records, but have changed the conversation about what's possible from her position. The idea of a forward being one of the best playmakers on the floor is still relatively new, and Alyssa has shown that versatility at the highest level. She can rebound with the best bigs in the league, defend multiple positions with intensity, and still serve as the offensive hub for her team, setting up teammates with precision passing. In many ways, she is a walking blueprint for the future of the game, positionless, selfless, and unstoppable. But Alyssa Thomas's greatness is not just in the numbers. It's in the intangibles, the things you can't measure with a stat sheet. It's in the way she leads by example, refusing to cut corners and demanding excellence from herself and her teammates. It's in the way she plays defense with an edge that sets the tone for her entire team. It's in her relentless motor, which never seems to stop, no matter the score, no matter the moment. She embodies the kind of consistency that every team dreams of having, the the kind that ensures you're always in the fight, no matter the odds. Her teammates and coaches often describe her as the heartbeat of the Connecticut Sun, and it's easy to see why. On a roster filled with talent, she is the glue that holds it all together. She doesn't just fill gaps, she makes everyone around her better. A cut to the basket becomes more dangerous when Alyssa is the passer. A missed shot becomes less of a concern when Alyssa is battling for the rebound. A defensive possession becomes more secure when Alyssa is guarding the floor. She is the type of player who can change the game without even scoring, though she is more than capable of putting up points when her team needs it. That versatility and reliability make her invaluable, not only to the Sun, but to the league as a whole. Alyssa's journey is also deeply inspiring to fans because it mirrors life itself. So many people face challenges, physical, mental, or otherwise, that seem insurmountable. Watching her thrive despite setbacks reminds us all that adversity doesn't have to be the end of a dream. In fact, it can be the very thing that fuels greatness. She has shown that perseverance and adaptability can open doors that once seemed closed. For young athletes, especially those struggling with injuries or doubts, Alyssa Thomas is living proof that limitations can be transformed into strengths. As her career continues, Alyssa Thomas's legacy grows richer with each passing season. She may not always dominate headlines in the way some flashier stars do, but her impact on the game is undeniable. She represents the essence of basketball: selflessness, toughness, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. And when the history of the WNBA is written, her name will not only be included, but highlighted as a player who redefined what it meant to be great. What makes Alyssa Thomas truly special is the balance she strikes between humility and dominance. She doesn't seek the spotlight, but it finds her anyway because her play demands attention. She doesn't boast about her achievements, but her record speaks for itself. She doesn't need to remind anyone how great she is. Her consistency ensures that no one ever forgets. That quiet confidence is rare, and it makes her one of the most respected players in the game. Ultimately, Alyssa Thomas is more than just an athlete. She is a symbol of perseverance, a role model for resilience, and a blueprint for what it means to leave a lasting legacy in sports. She has shown us that greatness is not just about talent, but about what you do with it, how you handle adversity, and how you lift others along the way. Her journey is one worth celebrating, and her story will inspire generations long after her playing days are over. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the remarkable journey of Alyssa Thomas. Her resilience, versatility, and relentless drive are reminders of what it truly means to chase greatness. If her story moved you, let it serve as motivation to face your own challenges with the same determination she shows every time she takes the floor. Don't forget to like this video if you were inspired by her journey. Share it with others who appreciate the beauty of resilience and hard work. And subscribe so you won't miss more tributes celebrating the athletes who define what it means to be extraordinary.